Hello, good morning. Welcome to Ikate's Crossing. Thank you for being with us today as we look at the week ahead reading. So let's get a little bit of cleansing energy in as we sort of clear away last week's energy so that we can focus on what's important for this week. So let's cleanse our energy so that we can clear away the week of the past and allow us to sort of feel like we're sort of moving forward into a new week. We're clearing away the old, ready for the new. Nice deep breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Getting yourself nice and calm and relaxed. Releasing the old. Letting go of the old, acknowledging it, but letting it go. Acknowledge the week that you've had. Acknowledge the challenges. Acknowledge the way you've moved through those challenges. And now you're ready for a new week with new beginnings, new possibilities. You're ready to begin a new week, being guided by your intuition, being guided by your higher self, your soul, your spirit, your body, your mind, your emotions, tying everything together. Feel the old leaving you. You are ready for a new beginning. Right, so I'm going to use the Silver Witchcraft Tarot as we look at what lies ahead for us. Okay, so what is the week going to be about? What's the theme for this week? Let's have a look. What's the theme for this week? This one here seems to be sticking out of the bottom. We've got two cards here that are pulled out. We've got Page of Wands. So Page of Wands could be about our motivation, our enthusiasm, our drive, the messages that are coming through. That's going to be very important here. Interesting, we get Page of Chalices, so it's going to be a new week. Feels very fresh. It feels like we're restarting, we're redeveloping, relearning, getting ourselves back into alignment. We might find ourselves very sensitive to our emotions. We might find, we've got the enthusiasm and the drive and the passion, and we've got all that feeling coming up. So I do feel like there's a lot of energy coming in. There is a lot of that energy that's coming in to the week. Okay, so we've got the motivation, we've got the drive, we've got the sense of trying to bring ourselves back into alignment. We might feel a little bit out of sorts with the week. Because of the enthusiasm and the drive, we might feel a little like we're out of sorts, we're sensitive to our emotions and things that are going on here. So that's sort of going to be the theme of the week. So tell us, how do we deal with this? How do we deal with these emotions, this, this drive and this motivation, this feeling out of sorts sort of energy? Okay, so what we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, and the Four of Pentacles, very, very interesting. So basically, with the Knight of Pentacles, I very much get that it's a very slow journey, remembering to stay grounded. Don't rush, this is a reminder that everything's going to be nice and slow. We've got to be patient. We've got to allow ourselves to discover and learn about what's going ahead. Meditation, reflection, looking at what we're actually holding on to. There's going to be a lot of reflection, a lot of finding a way of stability, building foundations in regards to our health. So I think it's going to be very, very important this week. Being able to look at what we're holding on to and what we actually do need to put aside for another time. There's things that we don't sort of let go of that we need to actually hold on to. We need to put away. We need to put it into storage for some time, that we're not using it all up in one go. where it is sometimes important to hold on to some things, and that can be part of the process. So that's why this feels very slow, very stable. The sense of just making sure that we stay grounded as we move forward on this journey. As we're quite physical on this journey, that we are grounded on this. So here we have the High Priestess. So, and we've got the Nine of Chalices reversed, which is interesting here. So we may not get everything we want because of secrets that are revealed. Okay, so we may not get everything we want. Our wishes may not be fulfilled. There may be a block or a delay to getting everything we want. And that may be because of secrets, hidden knowledge, stuff that's not yet been revealed to us. We haven't worked through that process that we need to work through to get where we need to be. I think that's part of the thing. I think this is going to be quite a big week to be able to get yourself back into alignment, make sure that you sort of stay grounded, you allow yourself that to reflect or to acknowledge what you're holding on to, or what needs to be let go, what needs to be, that trying to find that stability, that foundations in your health. Very, very important. And so you're unable to get what you actually want, and it might be because there's still stuff yet to be discovered. I think that's why it's about having that patience is going to be really important this week. It's not about rushing ahead. It's just about taking the time, staying grounded, making sure that you are able to look at what you're holding on to, what you need to let go of, what's important to actually hold on, and what are the transformation or the changes that need to take place. What transitional state do you actually feel like you're in at the moment? What is that, what's metamorphosing, what's changing, what's developing within your journey? I think there's a lot of stuff that needs to be worked through to get where you want to be, and I think that's part of the process here. So it's very important that you sort of take your moment to get the enlightenment, to get the understanding that you need. You need to maybe look at things from a different perspective, have a look at things from a different angle. Just take a moment to feel like, yes, you're in limbo at the moment, yes, you're in suspension, you're unsure of the direction, so you just got to take a moment to breathe, take a moment to re-look at what's actually going on for you, allowing yourself to persevere, to keep going. Don't give up on where you want to be. It's just going to take some time. It's not something that's going to be rushed. You need to look at your viewpoint, how you're seeing things. Are you able to see things clearly from where you want to be? Being able to make the choices, the connections, the choices, the connections, part of the process there. Being able to sort of awaken your own passion, your own desires, that sense of the choices that you've got to make. So I think that's really important. When you look at the Lovers here, you're looking at that sense of choices that you've got to make as you persevere, as you keep going. How long do you wait for the changes to take place? What action do you actually need to take as well is important here. So we've got, what do you actually, with Eight of Chalices, what do you actually need to leave behind? What do you need to leave behind before you can walk ahead? This is a lot of things that you need to sort of think about this week as you find yourself with the motivation and the drive. This is a new week, it's great, but you're feeling out of sorts. So why? What are you holding on to? What do you need to let go of? What do you actually need to put aside for some while? What do you need to declutter from your life for the moment? Put it to one side and maybe pick it up again later, allowing you to actually take a moment to breathe, to look at what you're, I just get that sense of just being very slow, being very steady, being very grounded in your energy, knowing that things aren't you're not going to achieve what you want to achieve straight away, because there's stuff yet still to be discovered. There's a lot of stuff to develop and grow within your own journey. I think there's a lot of stuff to come into fruition, a lot of stuff that is yet to be shown. Okay, I do feel like you've got a lot of changes, a lot of transformations going on, a lot of transitional states. You're moving in from one stage to the next, which is quite a big thing as you look at things from a different perspective. Look at what are you sacrificing in your life? What do you actually need to, why do you feel like you're in limbo? Why do you feel like you're stagnant? And some of that can be really important to acknowledge and sort of go, okay, I'm stagnant because, and I'm in this state, trying to reach this enlightenment, this understanding, because of this is what's been going on for me, allowing me to persevere, to keep going, know that I'm a survivor, that even when things don't seem quite right, things seem a little off, you know why. You have that choices in how you choose to behave, in that sense of connection, that passion that you've got within the thing, trying to find a sense of yin and yang balancing energy here. So there is that sense of being alone. I think there's a lot of being alone, and suddenly you've got to make these choices that seem really scary in a way. And so you have the sense of what do you need to actually walk away from before you can actually walk into something that you need to, that understanding, which is super important. So there's a lot of stuff for you to think about this week. As you move through the week, there'll be different things in your life depending on who you are and what's going on around you. Remember, there are other influences around you, but this is going to give you a little something to sort of think about, to reflect on, saying, what choices do I actually need to make this week? What am I sacrificing of myself this week? What am I holding on to this week? What do I need to let go of? What's hidden and what's yet to be discovered? What transitional state am I going through at the moment? What changes need to actually take place? What's my wish that's not going to come into fruition just yet? What are my goals? Where do I want to be? What's happening? What are the blockages? What's stopping me from getting? What action do I actually need to take? So it's going to be a slow and steady pace. Don't rush the situation. Make sure it's slow and steady. It allows you to feel like you are being grounded in your energy. I'm getting a lot about being grounded. It's super important here. So I'm getting a lot of black crystals coming through my mind, like tourmaline, obsidian, hematite. Very, very important at this time. Making sure that you just allow that energy to make sure that you feel very grounded, that you're not feeling like you are, I'm getting also Moldavite, which is quite interesting here. I just got Moldavite when I stared at this card for some reason. There's Sodalite there with that thought of thing. When I talked about grounding and things, the reds was quite strong, so that was about the red jasper. I'm getting a lot of citrine here, in regards to my solar plexus, again about how you digest your experiences. Super, super important here. I'm getting a lot about crystal energy coming in. So that's very interesting, quite strong in that. So I sort of hope that sort of gives you a sense of thing. So we got that sense of being grounded, how you digest your experiences, how you express yourself with the harmonize with the blue lace agate. Then you've got that sense of sodalite with the third eye and how you see what's going on here, seeing the truth, your perspective of the situation. Super important to look at. So, and Moldavite with the sense of again, I get that as a very transformational energy. The changes, the things seem to be speeding up. You've got to slow them down a little bit. You get that speed energy, and so you've got to sort of slow down a little bit. That higher awareness is super important. I think there's a lot of high energy going on there. So interesting. Coming in. Okay, so what I've done is I've grabbed the Yule. Now, I'm in New Zealand, so we're down in the southern hemisphere. We've gone through Yule. We're moving towards Beltane. Now, I'm not going to use Beltane yet. I'm still going to use the Yule Oracle. I haven't really used these a lot for the week ahead readings, and I just thought, might be a good chance to sort of dive into this. I know I want to dive into these decks a little bit more. I haven't. I've got 4 of the Sabbats now, of course. I look forward to the next lot that come through. So, what card are we reflecting on? Interesting, the Hearth. So you're talking about that place. That hearth is like where you communicate. That place that you congregate with family. You keep warm. I think that's a very important place here. So may your warmth take in the gazing flame. Upon the shivers they melt away. Interesting. So let's have a look and see what the hearth card actually is. What number is that? 19. Oh, itch notes. Sorry, 19. So let's have a look here. Now these are terrible at not doing. Okay. Oh, here it is, hearth. Okay, I'm going to have to turn a light on, guys. Okay, keywords: warmth, light, fire, energy. Okay, warmth, light, fire, and energy. May your warmth take in the gazing flame. Upon the shivers they melt away. Come, dear, and sit by the fire. Hearth comes to a reading when you are cold, rigid, or perhaps seeing things only from a logical perspective. You're being guided to warm your soul and to experience life from your heart. Your emotions don't care about logical reason. The heart feels what it feels, and in the situation your heart is wiser than your mind. Listen to your inner knowing to guide you. You may feel conflicted. Your mind might be telling you to be more practical, more responsible, or more sensible. This is your ego operating from a place of fear. Your soul knows what you need now and is letting you know through what you feel. Allow this wisdom to be heard, and that all will be well. That's an interesting one there when you look at. So I think that really sort of ties in the reading, when you just take a moment to sort of breathe, have a look, allow yourself to sort of trust in your own inner knowing, your intuition. Know that things are hidden yet to be discovered. There's transformations and changes going on, a lot of choices to be made. I think there's a lot of stuff going on here, so you've really got to feel things from within, how you digest your experiences. I think that's really important here. So this is a very interesting reading for the week ahead. So that's it from me. Don't forget to check the links down below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care, and blessed be.